Rev it up, we don't slow down. Live on it, we run this town. From the ground up, hear that sound. Revving network, we hold the crown. Left side deeper of the fighter. Run never breaks in hiding pain. Left stands without being fake.
And we are back for yet another watch along stream. Welcome to Rev Network TV. My name is Onalena Imarumola, and the E stands for everything exciting. So if it's exciting, do not hesitate to hit me up, just like this World Cup is exciting. Hence, I am streaming throughout the World Cup. So now we have one of the biggest games yet. One of the biggest games yet in the World Cup, and there is a game between Brazil and Morocco. If you haven't used the poll on your right to vote for the team that you think will most likely win, there's an opportunity for you to vote. Just cast your vote and select the team that you think will be winning, basically between these two. Now, we just witnessed a very weird ending to a game that started very interesting. So we saw Qatar drawing with Switzerland, even though we saw Switzerland leading almost the whole game. They were also leading with possession. They were also leading with, the chances created, the shots and everything. But at the end of the day, they ended up drawing. To me, I see it as a loss because they had an opportunity to do it. So just to recap on what has happened so far in the World Cup, the first game was between Mexico and South Africa. It ended at a 2-0. The second goal was between South Korea and Czechia, or Czech Republic, which ended in favor of South Korea winning by 2-1. And then there was a Canadian match between Canada, not a Canadian match, what am I saying? There was a match between Canada and Bosnia, which ended at a 1-1 draw. There was also a match between USA and Paraguay, which carries one of the highest goals that have been scored in this World Cup so far. We saw America scoring 4 of those goals, winning by 4-1 to Paraguay. A very, 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 very bad loss to Paraguay. Then we saw Switzerland. This is the one that we just witnessed right now. Switzerland versus Qatar, ending at a draw. That I still do not agree with at this point. I feel like Switzerland had all the opportunities to take this game and make it theirs, but they just kept on missing. Now we're gonna be watching together the game between Brazil and Morocco. Then there's also a game between Haiti and Scotland. Yeah, that's the remaining games. I think also there are a lot of games coming, but those are the 2 games. There's also a Germany game, Germany versus Curacao. I don't know how to pronounce this, but yeah. And there's also Netherlands versus Japan, and Ivory Coast versus Ecuador. Yes. Now let us recap on the World Cup news. Right, what has been happening in this World Cup? Now, in concern of today's game, the biggest question that a lot of fans have been having is, will Neymar play today? Will Neymar be playing today? That is one of the biggest questions that everybody is asking themselves at this point. But unfortunately, the news saying that Neymar is, still struggling with an injury that he has carried since mid-May. So I don't think that he will be playing today. He is expected to return later in the group stages. But with Neymar also, I just feel like it will not happen, But I feel like it is just that moment. It is just the fact that they want what they want to give the fans what they want, because a lot of people were arguing that, since this is probably the last World Cup where we will be seeing Messi and Ronaldo play, Neymar should also be part of the conversation. So luckily, the Brazilian team, did the right thing and brought Neymar to the World Cup. But we are not sure if he will be able to play. And even when he does play, we are not sure how long he will be able to play. Right, so that's the worry at this point. But in today's game, he is not going to be part of the whole lineup. He's not playing because he is still carrying that injury that he has had ever since the middle of May. So it's still a bit of a fresh injury, right? As much as they say that he's expected to play later in the group stages, it is still a bit questionable because, like I said, May is just here. It's just here, so we don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think maybe he will be given, around, they usually just give them 5 minutes before the end of the game, or just 10 minutes before the end of the game. I think, especially when they are leading, I think it will most likely be the game time that Neymar will get in this situation, because he is not, I feel like he's not okay. He has been suffering from a lot of injuries throughout his career. His career is defined by injuries ever since. But yeah, moving on, Morocco arrives as AFCON champions after a chaotic finish. Now, if you're following AFCON, you know that there was once that situation whereby we saw Senegal versus Morocco. That was the last finals of the AFCON championships. And in that match, we saw Senegal players leaving the pitch mid-match. While the game was still on, the players left the pitch because they felt like the referee was just against them. And that is the thing with us, a lot of us Africans, we like arguing with the decisions of the referees. It's like it's in our DNA. We usually just argue with the decisions that the referees make, and there was no exception this time also. The Senegal national team felt like the referee was just being a bit unfair, and then he was just ruining the game. Then they left the pitch while the game was still on, right? And after that, we saw the game proceeding again. I think it was Sadio Mane, if I'm not wrong, who went to collect the players just to bring them back into the pitch so that they can continue the game. And lucky enough, they ended up winning the game, right? But then going to the instructions mentioned that if players can leave the pitch, then the winners will be the team that remained. So that's how Morocco got crowned AFCON champions. They got crowned AFCON champions. They didn't actually win through the score or through their own efforts or through their own strength. They won through a default. Basically, they won through default. So that's how they got the AFCON championship status. So despite that, they are still AFCON champions. Despite all of that controversy, they are still AFCON champions. So today they will be playing this game as AFCON champions. So I felt like there was something worthy to be mentioned. So hence I'm mentioning it here, that they're coming into this as AFCON champions, which means that they are somehow a worthy contender in today's match. The other issue is that Brazil right now, they are burning, they are on fire. Brazil has 13 goals in last of their 5 matches. 13 goals in last of their 5 matches. You understand? So it makes them a very dangerous opponent today for Morocco, especially considering the fact that Morocco plays in Africa and they won the African Championship So now it's gonna be a different situation, but nonetheless, we will just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. One of the fans' favorite right now obviously has to be Hakimi. Hakimi has to be one of the fans' favorite today. I know a lot of people are looking forward to seeing him play. So will he be able, because you know the thing is that we usually just focus on one player. We usually just focus on one player alone. Just like today for Morocco, we are just focusing on not Vinicius. Vinicius also, we are focusing on him for Brazil, but I was talking about Morocco. We are focusing on Hakimi. You know, it's similar. Anyways, I was gonna say it's similar to Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo, but I remember that, you know, Portugal still has other notable names. So yeah, and the predictions, right? So let us look at the predictions. The predictions. These are the predictions based on the statistics, based on the history of the teams, based on the gameplay. They are saying that 57.7% are saying that Brazil will win. 23.5% are saying a draw. 18.8% are saying Morocco. So, you know, more of the votes are for Brazil, which is, you know, we know that Brazil knows football. Hence, I'm saying that a lot of us today, despite being Africans, you know, despite me being an African, a lot of us today are definitely in support of Brazil. Mainly because we have seen Brazil play football. You know, a lot of us loved football because of teams like Brazil. We grew up watching Brazil on TV. We you know, so there is definitely no way that we are not gonna support Brazil. I need to fix the score on the screen. I know you're probably wondering what Switzerland is still doing here and whatever. So I'm just gonna fix the score before the game begins. Just gonna fix the score. I had to set up exactly after the game between Switzerland and Qatar. So I just have to fix this scoreboard here so that it can show, it can reset. It can reset. I have to reset the score. Just give me 2 minutes to do so. 2 minutes to do so. Give me 2 minutes to do so. I also have to change the teams. I also have to change the teams. Yes. Brazil. For me, 100% my vote is on Morocco. Not Morocco. What am I saying? My vote is on... I said Morocco because I was typing Morocco. Yes. My vote is with Brazil. I know that the whole country is voting for Brazil today. Hey, it's only I think Morocco are on their own. I think Morocco are on their own today. The Moroccan people are on their own. It's similar to what is this? It's similar to what was happening with South Africa and Mexico. The majority of the people, including the whole of Africa, was with Mexico that day. The whole of Africa was with Mexico. Mexico. I think it's pronounced different, but yeah. Let me just fix this quickly. I need to sort out this quickly so that I can continue with my updates. I just realized that I hadn't updated this score. Just realized that I hadn't updated the score, so I have to take a moment and just update it like that. Yes, now we are good to go. So I was still on the updates, right? I was just talking about how the predictions are more in favor of Brazil, which is obvious. It's obvious. I think we know at this point. It's also expected. We know that everything is in favor of Brazil. Brazil is the better contender into this team. But football is football. It might surprise you. It might not. Might surprise you. It might not. We don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Continuing with the news. Continuing with the news. Right. Morocco has been unbeaten in 5 games. Right. So they haven't lost 5 of their last games. And Also, I think one of their last 5 games has to include the AFCON Championship, which I explained. But yeah, they didn't lose at the end of the day, so they are unbeaten. Even though the score said that they lost, but they still remain unbeaten. They scored 13 goals and only conceded 3. 13 goals in 5 matches. 18 goals in 5 matches, so it kind of makes them also it makes them very dangerous. Brazil also has 13 goals in their last 5 matches. So both teams come into this World Cup fixture having scored 13 goals of their last 5 games. I want to check if Brazil lost any of their games. I don't think they lost any of their last 5 games also. So it's going to be an interesting fixture to watch today. It's going to be an interesting one. So Brazil is playing without 2 players, which is Rodrigo and Militao. Yes, because of injuries. Because of injuries, so they are not part of the whole Brazil squad. They are not part of the tournament entirely. So that's a huge blow for Brazil completely. So now Morocco has a new coach also. So we don't know how they're gonna be performing. He has his new. It's very bad that he has to be starting his job in the World Cup. Very bad way to start at such high stakes games. It's never a good idea to start at this, high stakes games and what. It's never a good idea. So, but unfortunately, that's the situation that the new current coach of Morocco is starting. So a lot of eyes are on him. A lot of pressure also it's on him. Now we also have another story of Brazil. Brazil hasn't won the trophy in 24 years. So I saw people talking about which team a lot of people want Brazil to win. Some want Portugal to win. Some want Brazil to win. Some want Portugal to win. So the question right now is that will Brazil be able to end their 24-year-old drought of not winning the World Cup? That's the question. Will they be able to do it today? Will they be able to stop it? We don't know. We'll just have to wait and see if they are capable of winning the World Cup. We'll just have to wait and see if they are capable of winning this World Cup. So the last time that they won the title was in 2002. That was the last time that they won the title. So today, it's the beginning of a brand new journey for them. It's the beginning of a brand new journey. But a lot of times when teams are just under this amount of pressure, I feel like it really stops them from performing well. I feel like it's hard for them to perform under this intense pressure. But I know Brazil plays nice football with it. No, without a doubt, they are one of the best teams that we have in the world. I want to check the FIFA ranking actually. Let me just check the FIFA rankings of Brazil. Let me just check the FIFA rankings. They're one of the. Even Morocco is not bad, Mos. Brazil is ranked number 6 FIFA rankings. Morocco is ranked number 7. So even Morocco, it's not that bad, and I'm surprised that Morocco is ranked this high. I think maybe it's just that I haven't been focusing on Morocco. I think maybe that might be the case. But yeah, that's the ranking for the both teams. But as I was mentioning, Brazil is one of the best teams that we have. The fact that they haven't won a trophy in this a very long time is a problem. I've mentioned the results, so I'm just gonna skip this part where I mentioned the results because I think I have spoken enough about the results between the two teams. A fun fact is that New York right now is flooded with Brazilian fans. So the fans have flooded New York way before the game even began. Hours before kickoff, the fans had already been in the stadium. Okay, we see Neymar Jr. in the stadium. Neymar is more of a celebrity right now, more of a celebrity. I just see him in the stadium. And one fun fact about USA, the whole place USA, is that, they are usually just celebrities in the stands. They are usually just celebrities everywhere. So that's one of the biggest. They were right when they said that this was said to be one of the biggest World Cups ever. They were right. That's one of the biggest. We see that Neymar is in the stadium despite the fact that he won't be playing because of the injuries that he is suffering. Neymar has been having a career of injuries, a lot of injuries that he has suffered in his career. But, I'm just happy that they brought him to the World Cup. I feel like this would be good for him and his career. So he's going to end here. This is the last one. This is the last one for him. This is his last opportunity to play the World Cup. But looking at Cristiano Ronaldo and how long he has been playing, I think maybe I'm just exaggerating when I'm saying this is the last one. But I feel like he just fails to keep up at this point. I know that he used to be a good player, but I feel like he fails to keep up with football. He fails. So yeah. Okay, moving on to I was just talking about the fact that it's gonna feel like Mexico is home today. It's gonna not Mexico. Why do I love Mexico? It's gonna feel like Brazil is home. It's gonna feel like they are playing in their own home stadium. I don't know if their stadium is in Rio, but it's gonna feel like they are playing a game in Rio de Janeiro. That's because there are a lot of Brazilian fans in the stadium right now. A lot of people are just in support of Brazil today. Okay, moving on. At the head-to-head statistics between the two teams. So both of these teams have played 3 times, only 3 times, and by 3 times I include 1 World Cup meeting and 2 friendlies. 1 World Cup meeting and 2 friendlies. Brazil won 2 times. Brazil won in 1897 and in 1988. Yeah, I think this is 1988. So Brazil has never won against Morocco ever since the 2000s. Their last meeting was in 2023. It was a friendly. Morocco beat Brazil 2-1. Morocco has beat Brazil 2-1. So that on its own, it's a game changer, and it kind of makes me look at it differently. Even though I'm still not going to change the team that I'm supporting, I am 100% behind Brazil. 100%. I'm not going to change the team that I'm supporting, but I was just trying to share that they've played 3 times in the World Cup, once and 2 friendlies. Brazil won 2 of those matches, and Morocco won 1. So they have a chance. The last 5 matches, Brazil has 3 wins. Last total matches, Brazil has 3 wins, 1 loss and 1 draw, while Morocco has 3 wins and 2 draws. Let's look at the key players for 2 teams. There is Vinicius Jr. For Real Madrid. There's also Rafinha, who's playing for Barcelona, and there's Bruno Guimaraes, who's playing for Newcastle. So already a lot of very dangerous players that Brazil has, and also for Morocco. Also, it's not to be taken lightly. Morocco is not supposed to be taken lightly. There's Hakimi, who is the captain of PSG at this point. Who is the captain of PSG? There is Brahim Diaz, who is playing for Real Madrid, and there is Nazroui, who is playing for Man United. So these 2 teams, as they stand, anything can happen right now. Anything can happen, because I feel like one of the most important things when it comes to playing in the World Cup is when you have a team, players like this who are playing overseas and who are actually playing for bigger teams. Having players who play for bigger teams gives you kind of a big advantage when playing the World Cup, because teams that have less players that are playing overseas, that have less players that have that international experience, usually tend to suffer when it comes to the World Cup. Usually they struggle to win. They struggle to do anything productive. So teams that have those types of players who are playing overseas, who are playing for teams like PSG, like Man United, like Real Madrid, they usually have an advantage. they usually have an advantage a lot of times. So those are the key players in today's game. And as of the top scorers, there is Neymar Jr. is the top scorer of Brazil. He's the all-time top scorer of Brazil. For now, he has 79 international goals. And obviously, we are not sure about Neymar Jr. because of the injury. He is an active, because he's active, I'm just going to say active. He's currently the all-time leading goal scorer, an active player in Brazil. He has 79 international goals. Then we also have Hakimi. He's the top goal scorer of Morocco. My research did not show me the number of goals. So I don't have the number of goals just yet. Yes, so that is gonna be the end of this segment where I share with you guys the updates on what has been happening in the World Cup and everything. Thank you so much, Sumaya, for coming back. I see that you are saying that you support Morocco. It seems like you always support the opposite teams that I support. You support the opposite teams that I support. You are not tired of hearing emotional damage. Yeah, you are not tired of hearing emotional damage. But today's game, it's not the same as the Qatar game, also, even though the Qatar game ended, it took a very surprising turn at the end of the game. This one also it's not that bad. And I feel like if there is a game that's unpredictable, it will most likely be this one. If there is a game that's unpredictable, it will most likely be this one. This is gonna be the one that's like more in, very, very hard to read. But one thing that I know is that it's gonna be a very interesting game. That's one thing that I know. It's gonna be very beautiful to watch. There's gonna be a lot of movements. There's gonna be a lot to talk about throughout this game. That's one thing that I know. There's gonna be a lot to talk about during this game. It's gonna be a lot to talk about. But I'm just gonna change the team that I'm supporting. I know that I'm just gonna change the team that I'm supporting for the sake of this live stream. I think I'm just gonna go with Morocco myself, because I'm an African. Why aren't I why am I not supporting an African team? Why am I not supporting an African team? So I'm just gonna give up on Brazil, and I'm gonna go with Morocco today. I'm gonna go with Morocco, mainly also because Morocco has never lost to Brazil in the 2000s. The last time they lost to Brazil, it was in the 1980s, like a while back. So I think I'm just gonna go with Morocco. I'm just gonna take a wild card and go with Morocco. Sumaya says that I don't want to hear the emotional damage sound. Yeah, you won't hear it. But if Morocco loses, then definitely I wouldn't have a choice but to play the emotional damage thing. I wouldn't have a choice if Morocco loses. But I hope that Morocco takes this one. I'm just gonna support the Africans today, an African team. This is one of the best African teams that we have. So I'm not supposed to be a bitter football lover. The game is about to begin right now. And also, as I've mentioned, that the team that will be feeling like home today will be Brazil, because a lot of these fans that are here are Brazilian fans. A lot of them that are here are Brazilian fans. So they already have that home feel kind of advantage. It's not like home ground advantage, but they have a sort of home ground advantage feeling. So we are waiting for the game to begin. I know that it's gonna start with a whole countdown. That whole countdown seems to be a fun part of the game. I never really considered it that much. It seems to be a fun part of the game. It kind of makes me want to be in the stadium. It kind of makes me feel like I need to be in the stadium. I should have saved money. I should have sold something to go in and attend these games at the stadium, because it looks very nice to be in the stadium. I didn't see Neymar in Brazil players. Maybe he's still injured. Yeah, Neymar is in the stadium, right? He's there in the stadium. I saw him in the stadium, but he is still going through that whole injury, so he's not playing. He's not playing. They said that he's expected to play later on, later on during the group stages. They saying that he's expected to play, but he is not. He's not playing today, unfortunately. He's not gonna be part of this whole competition. But I will. I think I should go to the other players. I think I should go to the players very soon. But yeah, he won't be part of this. He won't be part of today's game, Neymar. Neymar has been struggling from a lot of injuries, and I feel like those injuries will really affect him a lot. So he's not a part of today's conversation. I doubt he will play during the group stages. I doubt he will play. I think they're just saying that so that we can expect him to play, but I doubt he will ever play. So this is the formation today. There's Alisson as a goalkeeper for Brazil. There's Ibanez, there is Marquinhos as the captain. Also there's Gabriel, there's Santos, there is Guamaris, and there's Casemiro, Rafinha, there's Paquita, and there's Vinicius and Thiago. And for Morocco, we have Bono, we have Hakimi, we have Diop, Riyad, Mazaroi, there's Budi, Boadi. I'll just say Boadi. Saying Budi sounds wrong. Sounds wrong. Yeah, there's El Ayanoi, there's Brahim Diaz, Unai, El Canos, and Saibiri. Yo, the names are a problem. The names are a problem. So those are the players that are currently playing as the game starts right now. We are getting ready to witness one of the World Cup's best fixtures just yet. One of the most exciting fixtures just yet. Morocco versus Brazil. Both of them wearing their signature colors today. Both of them wearing their signature colors. So it is gonna be an exciting one. Hakim, yes, okay, Hakim is my favorite player. Yeah. I think he's the most popular one when it comes to Morocco. He's the most popular player, and a lot of us started liking him after finding out that he transferred everything to his mother. That's where I started liking Hakim, because a lot of football players do not think to that far. They don't consider things to that extent. So yeah, he's a key player into this match. He's a key player. So also for me, he is one of my favorite players, as he is a key player today. And I don't know what to expect into this game. I'm just gonna support Morocco blindly. So I'm just gonna support Morocco until the end of the game. So if you haven't voted for the team that you think will most likely win, there's an opportunity for you to vote using the poll that is on your screen, or you can just comment with the team that you think will most likely win. For me, as of score predictions, at least 2-1 to Morocco. Yeah, at least 2-1 to Morocco. I that's my prediction. 2-1 in favor of Morocco. If you haven't followed us also, please take time to follow us and help us reach 10,000 followers on Facebook and 60,000 on YouTube. Yeah, for me, 2-1 for Morocco. 2-1 for Morocco. Let us see if Brazil will win today's game. And remember what I've mentioned, that Brazil never beat Morocco in the 2000s. The last time they beat them, it was in the 1980s. As Morocco, what I'm seeing from Morocco already, okay, there's a foul. Hakimi is already trying to Okay, it's gonna be a free kick for Morocco. Let us see if they use this. Saved by Brazil. There was a foul against El Qanous. Morocco retains possession. For now, I don't want to talk too much about possession. It's still early on in the game. We are 3 minutes in. And if you haven't voted for the team that you think will most likely win, let me know in the comment section. Teams like Brazil are very unpredictable, right? They are very unpredictable because Brazilians know football. For me, Brazil is kind of equivalent to Spain with football. Like, they live football. You know, when you have a Spanish coach, you know that your team will be performing very well. Similar to when you have a Brazilian coach. Brazil with an attack. Okay, Morocco with the defense. Morocco's defense seems so solid so far. It looks a bit solid. So far, it looks solid. No complaints so far. No complaints with Morocco. By the way, what time in your place right now? It is midnight right now, Suma. It is midnight. It is midnight right now. So there is that whole mismatch with the time zone. So where I am right now, it's midnight. So a lot of games happen from 9 p.m. on our side. 9 p.m. There's also 3 a.m. So each the times are a bit complicated for us. So it's very hard to keep up with. It's very hard to keep up with, but I try my best to kind of wake up. You know, I wake up very late. During the day, I'm usually just asleep. So I wake up afternoon. I wake up in the afternoon to kind of start preparing for this live streams and everything, because I sleep in the AMs. That's the problem. Our times are very weird. So it is midnight right now. It is literally midnight. 10 past 12. Morocco. Woo. There is a player called, who's this guy? Iquanos. I think it's, yeah. El Qanous. Remember that name. That was Morocco with, if it wasn't of the defense, we could have said we could be talking a different story right now. If it wasn't of the defense, the keeper was already lost. At that point, the keeper was already lost. Morocco starting very aggressively. Morocco inside the Brazil box. Hakimi misses. It is off target. An attempt from Hakimi. I said it, guys. Morocco. I'm changing. I changed. Now I am with Morocco. I said it before the beginning of the live stream, so I'm not changing during the game. But Morocco started the game very aggressively. Brazil has barely had the ball ever since the beginning, and it has been 7 minutes. Morocco with an attack. You know how amazing it would be for an African team to win the World Cup. An African team, for an African team to win the World Cup. An interception from Brazil with a counter attack. Thiago wasted that opportunity to get through. Morocco almost goal. Yeah, I saw that one. Almost a goal from Morocco. A goal on attempt. That's the one where I was saying that if it wasn't of the defense, it was gonna be a goal. It was gonna be a goal. Because the keeper was already lost. The keeper was long lost. He did not see what was happening. So for the past 8 minutes, ever since the beginning of the game, it has been Brazil misses a chance to make a ball throw, intercepted by Morocco. El Khanous is one of the dangerous players in this game. Yeah. Morocco with an attempt. Hakimi. And it's a foul against Hakimi. Oh. Guys, this referees like giving out yellow cards. The referees like giving out yellow cards. They love giving out yellow cards. That's the problem with the referees. But this one was not an intended foul. It was not an intended foul. But Hakimi has been fouled. If you haven't voted for the team that you think will win, we have 73% of the votes saying that Brazil, with only 27 saying Morocco. I am part of the 27. So if you believe that Morocco will win, select Morocco or just comment Morocco. And if you feel like Brazil will win, also you can do the same. Comment Brazil or select Brazil. And if you haven't followed us, this is your chance to follow us right now. Please God, Morocco 2 goals. Yeah, I want Morocco to score 2 goals also, but I think Brazil will score. Morocco with an attempt. Morocco. It's gonna, the ref is not issuing a penalty and he gives the foul to Brazil. One thing about Morocco that I'm seeing. I'm looking at Morocco right here and I'm seeing how they are finding it very easy to get through. Very, very, very easy. They are dominating with possession right now. For the past 10 minutes, it has been a Morocco game. It's all in favor of Morocco. I also want 2 goals from Morocco. But I think Brazil will most likely score because we know Brazil. So I think they will most likely score. No way they will allow themselves to leave this without a goal. There's no way they will. Thank you so much to everybody that is also joining us on Twitch. We are also live on Twitch. So if you're watching on Twitch, thank you so much for coming through. My man of the match, El Khanous. That's my person. That's my man of the match. Because he has been very creative so far. The last 10 minutes, he has been very creative. Oh, a through ball was cut short. The referee. What are you saying? Let's look at the. Let me just check the possession so far. But I know it's all in favor of Morocco. Morocco has had 65% possession so far with a total of 6 shots in this early 10 minutes of the game. Seems like Brazil is coming off short here today. They are struggling to keep the ball. They are struggling to do anything right now. They have had only 1 shot ever since the beginning of the game. I see Morocco forcing them to, Morocco is actively pushing Brazil to play the ball back. They're actively forcing them to play it back. Always forcing them to push the ball back. So they are under pressure. I never thought I'd see a day like this. Brazil being under pressure. Morocco is putting Brazil under pressure. If you haven't voted for the team that you think will most likely win, please do so by selecting your team in the comment section. Brazil with an attack. Brazil with an opportunity. And I think it's just gonna go outside. Woo. Almost a goal. A very bad header from Brazil. That one was gonna be a goal. A missed header, not a bad header. It's a missed header. If he could have just landed that header, it was a goal for Brazil. As I was still talking bad about Brazil, saying that Brazil is under pressure, but yes, they are under pressure. Suma says that Brazil players are very weak, always falls down, just waiting time. You know, one thing I've realized about the whole World Cup is that not only Brazil players do that, a lot of these players do that. A lot of players fall down a lot. So it's not only Brazil players who fall down when they get touched, everyone in this whole contest. That's something that I was mentioning. I said African teams play very different football. African teams are very strong, so they play very different football. Brazilians, and you know, the football is different in Europe. So they are weak like that, all of them. So Morocco is an African team, even though they have a lot of players that play out there, you understand? But I feel like Africans are built different with football. You even saw when South Africa was playing, we kept complaining, why is the referee saying foul? Why is that? Because the football that we watch is very different from, you know, our local football is very different. We don't see that happening a lot. Mala Johansson, Mala says that Morocco. Okay, welcome to the club, Mala. I am also in support of Morocco, so you are joining in into people who support Morocco. A lot of people support Brazil, as we can tell by the votes. But I think it's me and Sumaya who support Morocco, and then it's you also. Why are you supporting Morocco anyway? So why do you support Morocco, Mala? For me, I know it's because I am an African, so I need to support a fellow African team. I cannot support Brazil while they are playing against an African team. It really does not make that much of a sense to me. So why are you behind Morocco? Please let me know in the comment section why you are supporting Morocco. Is it because of Hakimi? Is it because of Hakimi? Right now, like I said, it is more in favor of Morocco. It is definitely in favor of Morocco. Morocco has been the dominant party ever since the beginning of the game, but Brazil seems to be picking up with the possession, with also the attempts. So it seems like they're trying to change the whole narrative. But when it began, it was a Morocco game. It was a Morocco game. But right now, we see Brazil handling the ball even a lot more than they did in the beginning stages of the game. It is 16 minutes, 0 Brazil, 0 Brazil, 0 Morocco. 0 Brazil, 0 Morocco. For me, it is definitely in favor. I am gonna support Morocco today. I think it would be a good thing. I feel like as African players, African fan lovers, African football lovers, we need to start supporting one of our own, because right now I know 90% of Africa is supporting Brazil. 90% of Africa supporting Brazil, while we should be supporting, you know, a team that's like strictly African, completely African, Morocco. And Morocco is not a bad team, mind you. Morocco is not a bad team. I've mentioned in the opening remarks of the live stream that the last time Brazil beat Morocco was in the 1980s. There was an attempt from Morocco, landed straight in the from Brazil, landed in the keeper's hands. Yeah, the last time, as I was saying, the last time Morocco lost to Brazil was in the 1980s. That was the last time. And Brazil used to be a very dangerous team before. Right now, I just think that things are a bit different for Brazil. You know, with them having won the World Cup last time in 2002. So, yeah. If you are with Morocco, we are together. It's not because of Hakimi. Sumaya says that it's not because of Hakimi. I only support Morocco because you also support the same team. Yeah. Ooh, Vinicius Junior trying to get through. What are you doing, Vinicius? What are you doing? What is this boy trying to do? What are you trying to can happen, Vinicius Junior? What are you trying to can happen here? And it's gonna be a corner kick for Brazil. Hey, it's very dangerous right now. It's very dangerous. Yes, but it's a good thing that you and I are supporting the same team for once. I just feel like you and I have been supporting different teams ever since I started doing these live streams, the World Cup live streams. You've always supported a different team. Unless you support South Africa. Yes, you mentioned that you support South Africa, so yeah. But apart from that, you're always supporting the opposite. Always supporting the opposite. But it's nice that we are supporting the same team for once. Corner kick for Brazil. Brazil blocked, fails to get through. No, they failed to score through that. They failed to score through that. Through that corner kick, through that set piece situation, they failed to score. Blocked. I think Morocco has defense, proper defense. Yeah, they have proper defense. It's gonna be very difficult for Brazil to get through. But I saw Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior is gonna be a problem for Morocco. I feel like he's the only threat right now for Morocco. The only threat is Vinicius Junior. Virtual Roblox says that Brazil, yeah, that was expected. As I've mentioned, the majority of the people in the world support Brazil. Even the stadium is packed with Brazilian fans. An opportunity for Morocco. Yes. First goal of the day. Yes. First goal of the day from Saibari. Now we are talking. Now we are talking. Ooh. Guys, are you seeing this? 1 Morocco. I want to update the score. 0 Brazil. I said that Brazil last beat Morocco in the 1980s. They haven't beat Morocco. This is one of the best teams we have in Africa right now. In the world, not even in Africa. So it's very dangerous. There was a goal by Ismail Saibari of Morocco. Ismail Saibari of Morocco scoring their first goal, putting Morocco in the lead. It is shy of it. You know, a lot of people are in the stadium supporting supporting Brazil. Morocco is trying to kill that noise for our sake today. Morocco is killing that noise for our sake. Now I'm gonna start putting my hope in Morocco. South Africa, I'm gonna support it because I am South African, but my team is Morocco. Moving forward, that's gonna be my team moving forward. Yes, Sumaya, thank God. We need more. We need more. We need more. We need more goals. We saw what happened with Qatar and Switzerland. 1 goal alone is not enough. It has never been enough. So we need more goals. We need more goals. We need more goals. We need more goals. They need to give us more goals. 1 goal alone is not enough. It is never enough. 1 goal alone, it is never enough. Never. We need more. We need more. But okay, now we are at a hydration break, and Brazil is struggling, my faith. I never thought I'd see the day where Brazil is struggling like this. Never. That's the first time. The reign of Brazil ended very quickly, you know. Brazil was supposed to reign for a long time, but it ended very quickly, and it's disappointing to see. Yes, we are in the lead, Buffett. We are in the lead. Third Eye says that imagine we are here. Where is Neymar rolling in his car? He's here. He's here. Neymar is in the stadium. Neymar is in the stadium. Neymar is in the stadium. The thing about Neymar is injured, so he's a risk to the whole lineup. You cannot play somebody who is that risky. You know, he's very risky to put in. So he is there in the stadium, but he is injured. He's not playing. He's just wearing his Brazilian t-shirt. He's there. He's in the VIP section. I saw him get in before the game started. Since it's a hydration break, we should also take this time to drink water, guys. Drink water. Yes. So he's there. Third Eye. He's there. He's in the stadium. He's in the stadium. Just that he's not playing. But also, there's like not a lot that he could do. Not a lot. I just feel like Neymar is no longer the Neymar that we know. You know, I feel like we are expecting a lot from him, and he just cannot perform that way anymore. He just cannot perform that way anymore. It's not gonna happen. So even if he was here, I feel like he couldn't even change much. There's not a lot that he could have done for Brazil. There's not a lot that he could have done for Brazil. Even if he was here, there's really not a lot that he could have done. Unfortunately. 25 minutes in the game, Morocco takes the lead. I like leads like this, not through a penalty, not through anything. This shows that a team is willing to win. When you see a team scoring like this, not teams that go because of penalties and all of that. I like teams that score like this. They want to win. They are proving to us that they want to win. But ever since the beginning of this fixture, it has always been a Morocco match. Ever since the beginning, it has been a Morocco match. We saw it. It has been a Morocco match. And there was a goal from Ismail Saibiri. Brazil are starting to panic. They're putting too much pressure, too much power on the balls. They're starting to panic right now. Starting to panic, Brazil. You know, right now, the way it's looking like Morocco is Brazil. You know, the prime Brazil. Morocco with a counter attack. Hakimi with a run. Hakimi, why did you kick that ball? Hakimi, this is the second time. Hakimi tries to kick. Why are you kicking that ball, Hakimi? That was a nice build-up. You could have passed the ball. Hakimi he's doing well, but I feel like he could have passed that ball. He's wasting opportunities, and this is the second time. He has cost us the second goal. Morocco, Hakimi again. Hakimi is very fast, but he needs to be a team player and start passing the ball more. He needs to give the ball to other players. He's gonna be very essential in Morocco's win today, because he can run. He's fast. But his problem, he only has one problem, and that problem is finishing. He fails to score. That's his only problem. Apart from that, he's one of the very key players in this match today here. He's very fast. And a lot of these Brazilian players are finding it very difficult to keep up. A lot of them are finding it very difficult to keep up. He needs to find a way to finish. And the referee calls it a foul. Who is it gonna give it to? I think it's gonna be a free kick for Morocco. Hakimi should pass the ball to his friends that are near the Brazil. That's what I'm saying. That's like literally what I'm saying. I feel like he is not passing the ball. Like, he has created chances. They could have been fruitful chances, and for 2 times he did that twice. He could have passed the ball, but he tried to score, and he misses. Like, on the same side, he missed twice the same way. He should pass the ball more. If he does that, Morocco will be very unstoppable. He needs to pass the ball. Sabari with another attempt. Morocco misses that attempt. Yes, Morocco straight into the hands of the keeper. Morocco, this is a Morocco game. This is a complete Morocco game. The way it's looking, Morocco retains possession again. What is happening with Brazil today? What is happening with Brazil? What's going on? What is happening with Brazil? This is not the Brazil we ordered. This is not the Brazil we ordered. Morocco with a nice through ball. Come on, pass the ball, Buffett. Stop trying to, these guys are trying to score a lot. They're trying to kick to the post. They need to pass the ball more. If they can do that, another opportunity. Hakimi again. Hakimi, what are you doing, my brother? What are you doing, Hakimi? Stop it. What are you doing, Hakimi? But I'm telling you, he's gonna find a way to get through. I trust him. I trust Hakimi. I know that he's most definitely gonna find a way to get through. But I feel like he should pass more. For now, he should pass more as he still finds a strategy. I think he should pass the ball more. Nice possession, Morocco players. Yes, Morocco. I'm only seeing Morocco here. I'm only seeing Morocco. And I'm going to say this again. Brazil came to donate 3 points. Unfortunately, they're a sacrificial lamb. They are just here to donate points. Imagine the whole stadium packed being Brazilian fans. Morocco does not have a lot of fans. I think a lot of them love Hakimi. That's the nice part. But the majority of the people that are in the stadium are Brazilian fans. Brazil with an attack. Brazil with an attack. Is he gonna kick Junior? Vinicius Junior? Oh! Oh! Vinicius Junior with something that even 3 keepers couldn't stop. Even if we had 3 keepers there was no way they could have stopped that shot from Vinicius Junior. Brazil scores an equalizer 31 minutes into the game. Even with 3 goalkeepers, nobody could have stopped that shot from Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior, stadium packed. He fought for this ball. Found a better position even with 3 goalkeepers. Nobody could have expected this to go in. Even the keeper did not know where to go at this point. How does he see that part? Ooh. Vinicius Junior. Now, this is the finishes that we expect to see from Hakimi. This is what Hakimi is supposed to be doing with finishing. I feel like, Hakimi has the speed. He just lacks with finishing today. I don't know what's the problem. He needs to with this type of play that Vinicius Junior is giving us. This is what we are supposed to be seeing from Hakimi. This is what we are supposed to be seeing from Hakimi. Vinicius Junior. A nice goal from Vinicius Junior. He said that there's no way we are gonna go to halftime without a goal. He said that when we go to halftime, it will either be a draw. But I still say 2-1. I haven't changed. I still say 2-1 even at this point. I still say 2-1. Hakimi is down. Vinicius Junior puts Hakimi down. Hakimi is down. But he's getting back up, and it was Vinicius Junior. But I don't think they will give him a yellow card. This referees, I don't trust this World Cup referees. Hakimi with a free kick. Let us see. Just closer. This one could be used fruitfully. So it depends. If they want the goal, they will score. Hakimi kicks. Come on. Pass the ball. Header. Saved by the keeper. At least it's not a counter attack, but that was a nice one. At the ball back to the keeper. I feel like Brazil has woken up at this point. Brazil has woken up. It's all your fault, Hakimi. So arrogant and greedy. You better, Hakimi is greedy. As of arrogance, I cannot say arrogance, but he's greedy with the ball. He's greedy. When it comes to greed, 100% we are in agreement. I feel like he has been greedy with the ball. He's been very greedy with the ball. He needs to pass other players. He needs to pass the strikers. You saw what Hakimi did with that ball. First attempt, straight inside. He doesn't waste time. So they need to be careful of him. He's very fast. He's very slippery. They need to be very careful of him. He's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem for us. But we can still come back. We can still come back. Morocco still has an opportunity to put one in. But there is still that chance. There is still that opportunity. 36 minutes in. 1 Brazil, 1 Morocco. The way it's looking right now, it seems like Brazil has been sleeping and all of a sudden they woke up, because even the defense has improved. It looks like they've just been sleeping. All of a sudden they woke up. They are changing the game right now. Everything is changing. Hakimi, I think he's gonna get called back for that one. Yellow card. Casemiro gets a yellow card for that foul play. He gets a yellow card for that foul play. Casemiro with a yellow card. The first yellow card of the game. Goes out to Casemiro. That's why Brazil got the goal. Yeah, Hakimi, we cannot blame Hakimi too much. Did you see Vinicius Junior, what he was doing? I saw Vinicius Junior getting through all the defenders. Like, he got through all those defenders alone. So there's not a lot that Hakimi could have done in that situation. There's not a lot that he could have done, you know. I cannot blame Hakimi for that alone. I cannot blame him for that one. Vinicius Junior is dangerous. He's a threat to he's a threat to our win as Morocco. The referee needs to call this back. That's gonna be a free kick. I think Casemiro didn't mean to. Why he get the yellow card? You know, here at the World Cup, they don't care if you mean it or not. They don't really care if you mean it or not. If you did something wrong, they call you back, they give a red card. I mean, when you watching the South Africa match, didn't you see the red cards that were flying? We still feel like some of them, people didn't mean it. They were mistakes. They were not supposed to be red cards. But the referee still gave out red cards. So when it comes to the World Cup, a red card, a yellow card, a foul, they do not mind. Brazil with an attack. I think that's a bit of a rough play from Morocco. Yeah, they do not really focus on that. As long as you touch a person and a person is down, they don't care. That's a foul. That's a foul. And honestly, I think, you know, considering the fact that there is VAR here, the decisions were supposed to be a bit better, but it seems like they are very worse. You know, they were very worse. But the way the referees take out yellow cards, I just do not know. Brazil, Vinicius Junior with another opportunity intercepted. No way he's getting through. They should focus more energy on him. Vinicius Junior, slow poison, that one. Honestly, I'm very impressed with the defense of Morocco. Even though they let Vinicius Junior through, but I'm very impressed with the defense so far. You know, right now it feels like I'm watching a different game from the one that I saw in the beginning. It looks like this is a different game. The way Brazil just now started to change the way things are. Ooh, Rafinha lands straight in the hands of the keeper. Brazil is trying to score the second goal. So right now I'm trying to decide, but I want Morocco to score. You know, as long as if Hakimi can just stop being selfish with the ball, Morocco will score. Brazil again with another attempt by Vinicius Junior that ends up being a throw-in for Brazil. Right now, it seems like Hakimi is no longer even playing. I haven't had Hakimi's name being called. That's Neymar Jr. in the stands. Neymar Jr. is not even in the VIPs. He is a reserve. He's a substitute. Neymar Jr. is a substitute. But I know he won't play because he didn't come in with the whole team. He won't play today. The competition between them was very intense. Yeah, but I feel like Vinicius Junior is a better party. Morocco with an attack. They need Hakimi. Come on, header. Brazil interception. Hakimi, you know, as much as Hakimi passes, Vinicius is very dangerous. I doubt anybody can stop Vinicius in this game. He needs more than one person. Especially when he has the ball, he needs more than one person. So the whole team should go back, maybe leave one person for a counter if it's possible. But I feel like they cannot stop Vinicius Junior. They can't. And one thing I like about him, he's very quiet, you know. And by quiet, I mean like he's not all over the place like Hakimi. You know, Hakimi has been called a couple of times. With Vinicius Junior, he's low key. He's low key. You just hear him trying to score, not throughout the whole game. So, Brazil with an attack. Brazil with a through ball. Brazil, I think it's gonna be okay. It's not a. I thought that it was gonna be a free kick, and it lands back in Morocco. Ibanez, the ref needs to call that back. Yellow card again. Ooh. Yellow card. Another yellow card. And that's Ibanez getting a yellow card. Second player to get the yellow card today. It's going to be a very tough game for Brazil, because I feel like once a player gets a yellow card, it becomes very difficult for them to kind of focus on the game and then just to defend. It becomes difficult because you know that if you make one mistake, then you are out, suspended for 2 matches, you know. So it's very difficult for players who have yellow cards. I think it kills team spirit somehow. It affects the whole performance of the team. But you know, the first 20 minutes belonged to Morocco, the rest belongs to Brazil. It belongs to Brazil. I think these guys are right now, they came into the game with the mentality of saying that you know, we are good at this. I think that's how they came into this game. I think they came into the game with a mentality of saying that we are the best team today. So they are struggling. They didn't expect an African team to give them a run for their money. An African team giving them a run for their money, I think they didn't expect that. That was Rafinha who was fouled. There's a free kick for Brazil, but it's a bit far. They need to play it. They need a strategy. That one needed a strategy. Morocco with a counter attack. Morocco with a counter attack. Morocco with a build up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, boys. Are you going back? 4 minutes of added time. Morocco with a build up to Morocco with a build up. They need to get through. They need a ball through. They need a ball through. But the Brazilian defense proves too hard to get through. They decided to go back and play back to the keeper. 4 minutes added on. 1 Brazil, 1 Morocco. Vinicius Jr. An attack from Brazil. Ooh. These boys are gonna be a problem. These boys are gonna be a problem. These boys are gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a corner kick for Brazil. I think he should have kicked that ball normally, so you know, instead of doing this what do you call these kicks? I don't know what you call it, but yeah, it's gonna be a corner kick for Brazil, taken by Rafinha. The ref, what are you saying? A missed opportunity through that corner. So one of the people that they need to watch out for definitely has to be Rafinha. They need to look out for him. I do not trust him. They need to be careful. More and more threats are coming through, you know. Now there's Vinicius Junior, there's Rafinha. Yeah, it's just too much with Brazil. Brazil with an attack. Vinicius Junior is also gonna be. I think Vinicius Junior and Hakimi are kind of doing the same thing, because I just saw him, trying to dribble the ball, trying to do it alone instead of passing the ball to other players. I think they have that main character syndrome kind of thing. I think they have that. Both of them, they have that issue. They have main character syndrome. I think so. Because I feel like he could have passed the ball. He had an opportunity to pass the ball. There was that opportunity for him to pass the ball, but instead he didn't. He just, started dribbling the ball and all of that. He needs to pass the ball more. I think people are just trying to get what is this? Are trying to get they're just trying to make history. I want to have more goals in the World Cup and stuff like that, and that somehow kills players. And it is officially halftime. 1 Morocco, 1 Brazil. As I was saying, I feel like a lot of players come into this competition, the World Cup, with the thought that, I want to score a goal at the World Cup. I wanna get more statistics, World Cup statistics, and them doing that kind of kills the whole team, basically. Hakimi missed 3 opportunities, and out of those 3 opportunities, he could have passed to another player, and it could have been a goal. Simple, but he tried to score 3 times. And I feel like he should have just made peace from the beginning. He should have accepted that, I am not gonna be able to finish today. Let me pass the ball. But he isn't passing the ball, Hakimi. So he needs to fix that. That is the first thing that I feel like he needs to fix. He needs to fix the thing of not passing the ball to other players. He needs to stop being selfish with the ball. We understand that he is Hakimi. He is the main man. Everybody's looking at him. But he needs to pass other players. He needs to pass other players who are good at striking. And you saw Vinicius Junior, the strike. That powerful strike. We need people who can kick like that. And of course, Hakimi is not one of those guys, unfortunately, today. It's not one of those guys, unfortunately, today. He can run, he can create opportunities, 100%. He has done that a couple of times. He has done that a couple of times. We have seen him doing that. He's good at creating opportunities, 100%. We are not denying that, but he needs to pass the ball more. He needs to pass the ball more. We saw a goal from Saibari. That was the first goal of the match, which was scored by Saibari for Morocco, giving them the early lead, of which Brazil decided to say that we are not gonna go to halftime with the score. So they changed the whole thing, and now it is 1-1. So as of Vinicius Junior, also, like I said, he has this type of a main character syndrome problem. He tries to get through on his own also. The first time he got through on his own, it worked. It worked the first time he got through. It worked, and it worked in favor of the team. But right now, I just feel like he is just doing too much. It's just doing too much, It's just doing it too much right now. So I feel like if they can fix those issues, we are still waiting for the second half, and I feel like it's gonna be as action packed. Hudeifa says go Morocco, go Brazil. Which team are you supporting, Hudeifa? You cannot say go to 2 of them. Which team are you supporting? Me, I want to hear the team you are supporting. You cannot say go Brazil, go Morocco. Which one are you with? Are you afraid? Do not be afraid. Just let me know. I do not judge people when they lose. If the team you selected loses, I never laugh at people. I just play them the emotional damage sound effects, and I'm done. I don't do too much. Sumaya says that go Morocco. Yes, Morocco. If they can just fix one of those, if they can just fix this. The problem right now is Hakimi. And he's not much of a problem. He's not too much of a problem in a sense that he should be taken out. No, he is a very important key player, but he just needs to fix this a little problem of trying to score the goals. If he can handle that part, Morocco will score. I'm telling you, because he wasted 3 opportunities here. He wasted 3 opportunities for Morocco early on in the game, and there was the time they could have capitalized. There was the time they could have scored a lot more goals, because I don't know what was going on with Brazil. The first 20 minutes of the game, they were just like all over the place. It was just not their day. But you know, after 20 minutes and so on, they changed the game. Now it seemed like Morocco is all over the place. So yeah, I feel like if Hakimi can be more generous with the ball, give people an opportunity, pass the ball more, then this game is theirs. This will be a Morocco game. If he can do that, he needs to do that. But one of also the player that I'm impressed with from Morocco is El Kanous. I'm impressed with El Kanous. He has been very creative with the ball. He has been very vital to the opportunities that were created for Morocco. He is one of the key players right now. So yeah, as of Brazil, it is Vinicius. It is Vinicius that I'm more impressed with, mainly because of the goal. I am starting to see that one of the people that could be a problem is Rafinha for Brazil, but he's still not yet performing the way. Still not performing the way. But he could be a problem for Morocco. You know, he could be a problem. I need to be careful. And there's also Thiago. I think he's finding it very difficult to do anything, because there is somebody who is also selfish with the ball, and that's Vinicius Jr. I think this guys who know that they are good at football get problematic at an extent. You know, these guys who know that we know football, we are the stars of the team, you know, they get very problematic. I saw Vinicius Jr. trying to get through multiple people alone. He tried to get through a lot of people alone. He tried to get through all of those people alone. He could have passed the ball. You know, there were opportunities to pass the ball. Opportunities to pass the ball were there, but he didn't, because he has main character syndrome. He wants to be the talk of the competition. He wants to be the talk of the whole game. That's wrong. Him and Hakimi need to sort out that part. They don't need to be the most important people in this game. They don't need to do that. They don't need to do that. Edward says that, are you going to give us a second half? I'm gonna be streaming until the end of the game. As I've been streaming, so I stream throughout all of the games. I don't know, when you say give us, what do you mean? You must also clarify on that, because this is not a stream that shows soccer. We don't show football. If you're in Brazil, you can watch on Kazi TV. I think it's also free. But if you are in South Africa, you can use Sporty TV, or you can use SABC Plus to watch all of this World Cup games. I think they're playing most of the games. Also, most of the World Cup games are, you know, publicly available. To it's not as difficult to get them. So yeah, I think that answers that question. I am gonna be streaming until the end of the game. Yes, I'm streaming all throughout the World Cup, by the way. So each and every single time there is a game and you feel like you could be part of this watch along, please pull through and join me in watching the game and then sharing my thoughts throughout the game. So I'm gonna be doing this throughout all of the games of the World Cup, unless I get tired and I'm unable to wake up. Unless I'm tired and I'm unable to wake up, then I won't stream. But please check through each and every single time there is a game. 72% of the voters are saying Brazil, with only 28% saying Morocco. So you guys have been watching the game, and in you watching the game, you saw that Brazil is that dominant. Like, why is everybody voting for Brazil? I'm trying to understand. Why is everybody voting for Brazil? While we clearly see that Morocco was Morocco is not as easy as that. They've been fighting. They've been fighting. They are not that easy. They've been fighting ever since the beginning of the game. So I see that everybody voted for Brazil. I am not against you guys, but I'm just saying that when you lose, I will be ready to play you this sound effect.
Emotional damage.
When you lose, I will be ready to rub in that emotional damage. I'm always gonna be ready. I'm always gonna be ready. So Brazil knows football, you know. Brazil knows football. We grew up knowing that Brazil is one of the best football nations. A lot of us were scared of Brazil growing up. We're scared of Brazil, but Brazil hasn't been the best team for years. Over a decade, they haven't been like the best team. Because if they were the best team, they could have won World Cups. They haven't won World Cups. They haven't won any World Cup so far, but they have World Cup history. So, you know, they've won the World Cup before. But the next thing is that, you know, what's happening in football right now is that a lot of these countries are exporting players to play, you know, in the Bundesliga, you know, in Europe. Out there, a lot of these teams are taking a lot of countries now have teams that are playing in Europe, that are playing some of the best leagues in the world. So when Brazil used to be one of the dangerous teams, I think it was back then when we didn't have African players. For an example, we have Hakimi, who is playing for PSG. We have players who are playing in Real Madrid who are from Africa. We have players who are playing for this Man United. They are from Africa. So back then we didn't have a lot of those players. So it was easy for Brazil to win, because you know that a lot of players who were best in football were either Brazilians or the Spanish players, because they were playing their league that side. But now we have players there also. Africa has players playing that side. They have players playing that side, so it's not that easy. So it's going to be very difficult for a team like Brazil to win the World Cup. It's going to be very difficult for them. Because right now, the whole world, like majority of these teams has a player who is either playing for Real Madrid, playing for Man City, playing for Man United, like who's playing in all those leagues. So that's where the experience comes in. That's where now we start talking about the experience. People are playing in UEFA, you know. So yeah, it's not gonna be easy for Brazil to end that 24 years without the trophy. It won't be good, because at this point everybody else also wants the trophy. South Africa also wants the trophy. You understand? South Africa wants to win the World Cup. Every single person who is attending the World Cup at this point wants to win the World Cup. Qatar wants to win the World Cup. Japan wants to win the World Cup. Haiti, they all want to win the World Cup. And the majority of them have good players. So as of Brazil, I doubt it. I feel like, honestly, I spoke about this, and when I was speaking with a friend and I spoke about it. I think it would be better for Portugal to get it this year. It would be better for Portugal to get it. I know that a lot of people are against Cristiano Ronaldo because of the arrogance, because of him being selfish, trying to score all the goals, him trying to be the most important person in the game. But I feel like, as much as he is arrogant and all of that, he is one of the greatest footballers that we have ever witnessed playing. So if he could win the World Cup, it would be a very beautiful career. He would have built a very beautiful career. So I think they could win it. But as an African, I think I need an African nation to win the World Cup. And one of the best African nations we have playing here is Morocco. That's one of the best African nations we have playing the World Cup this year. Morocco is ranked number 7 when it comes to the FIFA rankings. So I would want to see such a team win, honestly. I would want to see such a team win. It would make me happy to see that an African team has the World Cup. You know, they strived through everything that was going on, despite some of the big players in the competition. They came out victorious. That would be a very beautiful story to hear. Not only to tell, but that would be a one for the books. So that's what I want to see. That's what I want to witness. We are about to begin the second half. We are about to begin the second half. Where's Neymar Jr.? Neymar Jr., I see he's wearing the kit, but he was just sitting down. But I think Neymar Jr. is one of those players that you just let in when you are winning. You know, when you are leading and then you are winning, that's where you let him in. Maybe if you are 2 goals ahead, then you can give him an opportunity to touch the ball and play. But they're saying he will play later on. I do not believe that he will end up playing. I doubt he will end up playing in this World Cup unless the situation that I'm just mentioning right now. Apart from that, I don't think it's gonna happen. Frank, this is a watch along stream. So I think this is a watch along stream. As you can tell from the thumbnail, we are not watching football. We are not watching the game. Yes, we are watching the game, but we are watching them separately. You are watching the game on your TV, and then we are talking through the game. Basically, me sharing my thoughts, me hearing your thoughts. So this is basically what a watch along is. We are watching the game together. I'm not showing the game on stream. Streaming soccer is not allowed on YouTube. Channels who stream soccer get deleted, get taken down, and stuff like that. So I do not do that. But yeah, that's how I'm doing. This is a watch along stream. So I'm not gonna show the game at any point. We are getting ready for the second and final half. Brazil with an early substitution. They're taking out Ibanez and Casemiro. Fabinho is coming in and Danilo is also coming in. Early changes in the second half. Early changes. But it really makes more sense because the players who are being taken out, remember that these are the 2 players that have yellow cards. They have yellow cards. So it's a safety. It's a very safe decision to take. It's a very safe decision to take because allowing players who have yellow cards is problematic. One mistake, they get a red card. You are 1 man down. So they've been taken out. Ibanez is out. Casemiro is out. Morocco hasn't made any changes just yet, but I feel like it is still early on. They just need to change the attitude. Morocco does not need to change players. They need to change the attitude. If they can change the attitude, they'll be okay. They don't need to change players. Only the attitude. If you haven't voted, please vote. 70% of the voters are saying Brazil. 30% are saying Morocco. Please vote for the team that you think will most likely win today's game. Rafinha challenged. You know, I said that Rafinha is going to be a problem. Vinicius and Rafinha, they need to be careful of these guys. I need to be careful of these guys. But also, I feel like I've mentioned, that Hakimi, a very good player, 100%. He needs to stop trying to score for now. And then there's also El Kanous. El Kanous creating a lot of opportunities there, creating chances. Very vital player. Not forgetting Seibari, who scored the opening goal of this game. So Hakimi needs to pass the ball more. If he passes the ball, he's fast, he can run. If he passes the ball This one is a Moroccan game. We have it, I'm telling you. They will win if they can do that. Be careful of Vinicius. Hakimi stops being selfish with the ball. Morocco will easily take this one. A corner kick for Brazil. Vinicius Jr. This is what they need to do. Exactly. They should take, El Canous, the way that he's stopping Vinicius Jr. They should, but it's important that they place multiple defenders on him, not one, but not a lot. I think two. One is idling just in case he gets through. It's very slippery, so it seems like El Canous can handle him. I also saw that Hakimi can handle Vinicius Jr. So they need to focus. If they make a mistake, it's gonna be a problem. They need to focus on Vinicius. Rafinha and Vinicius, dangerous. I think the ref is gonna take out the yellow card here. Hakimi is down. Ooh, Hakimi is down. It's down. That was Guimaras who fouled Hakimi. Okay, so the statistics say that Brazil have never played 6 World Cup without winning it. They've never played, like, they've been winning, but they are lying. 6 World Cups. Let me just check the wins. Let me just see. I don't believe it. What if? Oh, okay. This is the longest they've gone. Sweden. But they won't take this one. Brazil is no longer the best team in the world. It has a couple of good players, but it's no longer the best. Me, I'm looking at Spain. This is Spain. Spain became the substitute for Brazil. So all the hype that used to go to Brazil, I will gladly take it and redirect it to Spain any day. Any day. Hakimi is fast. I think they know. I think they know. Vinicius Jr. This is the problem with Vinicius Jr. As I was saying, he likes dribbling too much. But anyways, he is creating an opportunity for the team. But I feel like he's like, he tries too much to get through. He tries a lot. He tries too much. You cannot get past 5 players alone. You can't, my brother. You can't do that. He needs to stop that. The minute he can stop that, Brazil will be very dangerous. But as I said also, he is trying to create an opportunity for the team. Also, that might just be the reason. But I feel like that at the end of the day ends up as just, it ends bad always. It ends bad. %70 of the voters are still saying Brazil, 30% saying Morocco. If you haven't, Thiago tries the keeper. Saved. This is the first time I hear of Thiago also trying to score. Okay, I don't want to lie. The second half is looking like it belongs to Brazil. The second half belongs to Brazil. The second half belongs to Brazil. Because in the first half, Morocco was so aggressive. And at this point, it seems like the roles have been reversed. Rafinha. Woo. Rafinha. Dangerous play. So as I was saying, it looks like the roles just reversed completely. Because right now, I do not see Morocco anymore. I don't know what's going on with Morocco. They are not playing any that game that they were playing, that whole aggressive game that they were playing the first half. They are not. Maybe they are tired. I think. I think they just came in with a lot of energy, and then now they are just tired. Because Brazil is behaving that way right now. Brazil is aggressive with the attacks. Morocco with a counter attack. Hakimi receives the ball from Morocco. Oh, Vinicius Jr. Thiago with the ball. Okay, Hakimi made a very bad mistake. He made a very bad mistake. He passed the ball to Vinicius Jr. Imagine. That ball went straight to Vinicius Jr. Almost. And he was alone. Vinicius Jr. was alone. That one was a lucky save. A very lucky there. Apart from that, we could be talking a different story. 53 minutes into the game. 1 Morocco, 1 Brazil. Morocco led from the beginning of the game, but it seems like they are going to be struggling to finish in that same energy and strategy. Brazil has now put pressure on Morocco, and it seems like Brazil is playing alone now. But this is how it started in the first half. So maybe it will change in favor of Morocco. Morocco with a counter attack. Morocco with a counter attack. El Kanous. Why are you passing? The problem, Morocco is now starting to act like, I don't know what they are trying to do. The passes. I'm no longer happy with the passes of Morocco. The passes, are they under pressure because of the draw? The passes are not landing. The passes are not landing. I'm not okay with these passes from Morocco. Morocco used to be a very courageous, especially when they are in the opponent's box. They used to be they were very courageous in the first half. They were not that quick to get rid of the ball. Right now, they are just too quick to get rid of the ball. And they're making more mistakes. It's doing more bad than good. It's doing more bad than good. So they need to fix that. They need to pass the ball better. Pass the ball better. They need to fix their passes, honestly. They're not landing, man. They're not going anywhere. They're under pressure right now. I think it's the nerves. Rafinha. They need to be careful of this guy, as I've mentioned. Needs to be very careful. Kaflu must be very careful. 56 minutes in. 1-1. How do you think this game is gonna end, by the way? You know, for me, I just need a goal from Morocco. What kind of play is this? Now they're trying to fight, guys. They're trying to fight. This needs to be a yellow card. This needs to be a yellow card. You leave the ball, you run into somebody. It's supposed to be a yellow card. No yellow card, ref. No yellow card. Oh, no yellow card. Morocco, no players for Morocco, no players. He's alone. And defended by two guys. It's 2 against 1. He needed support. He needed support. When attacking, you need support. These guys are not supporting. What went wrong with Morocco? What went wrong? I cannot understand. What went wrong? What went wrong? Morocco was on top of the game. I don't know what went wrong. What happened? This might just as well be a Brazil game. As much as I want Morocco to score, but it seems like it will most likely be a Brazil game. Rafinha on the right hand side. Vinicius Jr. Okay, Vinicius Jr. is starting to pass. We need a counter attack. Hakimi, I think he's tired. Because running for that long. That boy has been running. The whole game he was running. I think he's tired now. But he's no longer creating those chances anymore. Brazil tries to build up a counter, cut short. What are these guys doing of it? I think Morocco is starting to be relaxed. What type of football are you playing right in front of the goalkeeper? I mean, like Vinicius Jr. is here and then we are playing like that with the ball. I don't know what's happening with Morocco. Something is going on. I doubt they will win with this one. I doubt. Okay, a couple of chances from Brazil again. Brazil with more changes while Morocco still hasn't made any. That's Paqueta and Thiago going out. We have Cana and then we have Luis Henrique coming in for Brazil. Brazil making yet another change. Morocco still nothing. Still nothing from Morocco.
We don't run up steady. Come on, action. Everybody ready. From the
61 minutes in, One Brazil, one Morocco. Need to do something quickly. Morocco needs to change players. I think their players are tired at this point. These players are tired. These players are tired at this point. Tired. Those players are tired. We need a change. We need a change from Morocco. There's still a lot of potential for Morocco to take this. Still a lot of. Yeah, I think there was a bit of a bad foul. I think there's a bit of a foul there. We have blood. I don't know what happened. Trying to find out what happened here. What happened? Okay, Fabi. I think it's Fabinho. Yes, he took a blow to the face and his mouth is bloodied. So he's outside to kind of get handled. They are removing one of my favorite players from Morocco, and that's El Kanous. But they still be coming in. And also Azedine Onai is going out for El Murabet. El Murabet is coming in for Onari. There's okay, yeah. As of El Kanous, I think that they shouldn't have removed him just yet, but maybe he's just tired. Maybe he's just tired. But I trust that Morocco still has an opportunity. When I see them changing, I feel like a lot of the players are tired. They run too much. Mohammed, unfortunately, this is what I do. I understand that you are new here, most probably. Please watch on TV, my brother. Please watch on TV. This is a watch along stream. So, unfortunately, I cannot. Soccer is not streamed on live. If you are Brazilian, watch on Kazi TV. Or you can watch on Sporty TV if you're South African, or you can just Google to see where to watch soccer. We do not stream games on YouTube. It's not allowed. It has never been allowed. 65 minutes into the game, a free kick for Brazil taken very quickly. Brazil builds up an attack on the right. And it's cut short. Now, at this point, this game belongs to Brazil. This is their game. At this point, it belongs to Brazil. Morocco is tired. They started very aggressively, so it's just very disappointing. They started very aggressively, but right now they're just a bit disappointing. Right now they're disappointing, not a bit. I don't know what we can say happened. They started very aggressively. I was very happy with the way that they started. I thought that they were gonna win, but unfortunately, I'm sorry. I am. Oh, Brazil! That was an attempt from Rafinha. Be careful of this guy. I've been saying it's not a goal, but yes, be careful. It's not a goal, yes. Be careful of him. How does he get there? How does he reach that? He just missed it by an inch. That ball just needed a little bit of a touch, a bit of a touch, and it was in. I didn't need even a lot of power. It just needed to be deflected inside. Just needed to be deflected inside. Edward says that you are doing a great job, bro. Thanks for your time. Thank you so much, Edward. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And also, you know, one fun fact about me is that despite the fact that I am streaming and I'm doing all of this, I'm just a normal football fan. I'm not like, and I don't analyze a lot of things like that. I analyze things in a normal eye. I'm a normal fan. I'm not an analyst. So I think this is my third year loving football like this. And I learned to love football like this through live streaming. So me doing all of this live streams, it's basically just me also learning football. It's also me understanding football. So this is a whole journey for me throughout this whole football thing. I've never been like a big super fan. Then something like this is my third year, and I see that I've missed out on a lot. So you know, when I see people appreciate what I'm doing, I get very excited. You know, it gives me that courage to keep on. It gives me the courage to keep on, because yeah, this is a journey for me too. It's a journey. This is my journey of loving football. And funny enough, I'm streaming it. So I've been streaming my journey of learning football, of starting to watch football, of starting to be, you know, too invested in football. So this is my journey, and thank you so much for that. JJ says for real. Yeah, I think you're talking about the goal, that opportunity, that missed opportunity from Brazil, where it just needed a deflection. It just needed a deflection to go in. I didn't need a lot of power. So this is another attempt from Brazil. There have been a couple of attempts ever since this half began. I don't know where Morocco is right now. I don't know what's going on. It's like we are watching a completely different game, or it's a completely different team. Morocco was only powerful for around 25 minutes. Morocco was only powerful for 25 minutes, and Brazil just changed the game. They are even leading with possession. Now Morocco has 41% possession, Brazil has 59%. They were leading in the beginning. They were leading, but right now it seems like we are watching two different teams right now. It's another team. Morocco has 12 shots. It started with a lot of shots while Brazil was on 0, but right now Brazil is on 9 with 3 being on target. 16 touches for Brazil in the opposition's box, Morocco 11. It's not too much of a difference, but I feel like Morocco is just letting their guard down right now. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know what's going on. It seems like this is a different team. It seems like now it's Brazil versus South Africa. That's what it's looking like. They are too relaxed. Morocco. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You cannot pass the ball. You need to pass the ball more instead of dribbling unnecessarily. So, you know, dribbling went wrong and then the ball went to the opposition. They need to pass the ball more instead of dribbling. There's no time to dribble. You dribble when you know that you are in the lead, or if you have the room to do so. But if you have an opportunity to pass, then you should most definitely pass the ball. Morocco could have took this game from the beginning. Morocco with a ball through. Morocco could have took this game from the beginning. They could have been on top of this game from the beginning. Morocco with a through ball. Who is this? Sabari, come on, Sabari. What are you doing? And it's also a offside still. It's still an offside. So regardless. Yeah, it is an offside. It is an offside. Okay, now this is the Morocco we ordered. 71 minutes in the game. This is the Morocco I ordered. Morocco, come on. Come on. As long as they pass the ball, they'll be fine. Team play, teamwork makes the dream work with it. And to stop trying to chase statistics. Come on. Hakimi, come on. Hakimi is not on form. Hakimi, he's tired. Hakimi is tired. He's tired. But anyways, there was no way he was gonna run the whole 90 minutes with that speed. But he's tired at this point. He's losing the ball. He's tired. Hakimi is tired, but he cannot be replaced. Ish. That's the problem. Morocco with a run. Come on, boys. Come on, Morocco intercepted. They are coming all right now. Now they're starting to come all right. They're starting to come all right now. I'm not complaining anymore. They're starting to come all right. But it's already late, man. They need to put one in. I know that if Al Kanous was still on, they could have made that already. I think they could have made that already. I think a lot of them are tired. You know, Brazil have changed. I think they've made 4 changes so far. 4 changes so far. So red on its own boosts their gameplay by a lot. But at least they are putting, you know, a lot of attention on Vinicius Jr. But I feel like they are overlooking Rafinha, that side. On the right hand side, I think they are overlooking him.
With a fire non-stop, from Jersey to Lagos, we dey sit on top.
75 minutes, only 15 minutes left. Only 15 minutes left. Even Vinicius Jr. is tired. He just gave the ball away. Vinicius Jr. gave the ball away. He was trying to dribble. Problem, you know, dribbling is a problem. Brazil, what did they do to their defense? What did they do to the defense? I think they saw the danger in the first half, so they beefed up the defense. Here there's no way Morocco is gonna get through. They're gonna need to be very creative to get through. They're gonna need to be very creative in order to get through. Brazil made sure to beef up the defense. It's beefed up. Sabari, come on. Ooh, could have been a goal. That one. Could have been a goal. But it just needed, there was nobody there to finish it, unfortunately. Nobody. We need a win. You know, African teams haven't won. We need a win for Africa. This is supposed to be a win for Africa. This is a win. This was supposed to be a win for Africa. But there is still a bit of time. Brazil gives the ball to Vinicius Jr. through a through ball. Vinicius Jr. gives the ball to Rafinha straight into the keeper's hands. This guy is dangerous. Rafinha, very dangerous. Almost. But we have the keeper down. I don't know what happened with the keeper. Rafinha is Rafinha. Yeah, I think the keeper is injured. There is a bit of change from the Moroccan side. I want to see who's coming in, who's going out. Okay, 2 players. Who's coming in, who's coming out? Who's coming in, who's coming out? Okay, that's who's that? Who's the subs? Okay, Danilo goes out. Danilo comes in. Guamares goes out. Those guys are beefing up now. Brazil is beefing up. Let us see what changes he will do for Brazil. That's 5 substitutions for Brazil so far. And the substitutions for Morocco, there was Nazir for Anas Salah Edin. Yes, Anas Salah Edin. Very weird name, but yeah, that was it. And there's also, okay, why are they repeating the El Kanu substitution? Because I think he has been out. $80 only 10 minutes left now. Only 10 minutes left. Morocco with an attack. Need to pass the ball on the right. Yes. Need to pass the ball. Playing it back. Hakimi is tired now. No running anymore. Woo! Brazil with a counter attack. Rafinha. But the defense is back. We are good with the defense. Vinicius Jr. is creating opportunities for Brazil. Dangerous player. Vinicius Jr. Ooh. Ooh. No, now I'm starting to see the vision. I've been complaining, but I'm starting to see the vision when it comes to Vinicius Jr. A lot of times, there's not much that he can actually do. A lot of times, there's not much that he can do. Yeah, a lot of times there's not much that he can do. He has to try and get through. I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to understand right now. 69% votes for Brazil, 31% votes for Morocco. If you haven't voted, please do so by voting for the team that you think will most likely be taking it today. But I think a draw is also an option at this point. I think a draw is also an option. In the beginning, if you told me whoa. Brazil is in the right position. Now Morocco is starting to mess up. Morocco is starting to mess up right now. I don't know if it's the nerves. They are passing the ball. They are giving the ball straight to Brazil. How didn't he see Rafinha there? Morocco is starting to be I don't know what's happening with Morocco right now. I don't know what's going on with Morocco, but something is going on with Morocco right now. There's a bit of an injury. The keeper is injured. I think they should take him out because this is the second time that he has been injured. He was injured the first time, but I feel like they should try to keep it a draw at this point. They should try and keep it a draw. That's the only thing that they can do now. The only thing they can do at this point is just try to keep the draw. Because otherwise, there's nothing they can do. There's not much they can do. The most important thing they should do is to avoid losing. Scoring first and then losing. They should avoid that by any means necessary. They should make sure that they avoid that. Hakimi is tired. He's a good he's a key player, so he cannot be substituted. But I feel like if they can just hold on to this. Hey, the goalkeeper is coming off right now. We have another substitute goalkeeper. Will he be able to do it? Will he be able to do it? The second half is actually boring. The second half is a bit boring. Because Morocco is not winning. Because Morocco is not on top of it. Okay, Morocco. But they are passing the ball to Brazil. That's my problem with Morocco at this point. They're just passing the ball. They're just giving them the ball. They're giving the ball to Brazil. They should stop giving the ball to Brazil. 5 minutes left until the end of the game. One thing that I like about Morocco is that they are not letting Vinicius Jr. become any creative with the ball. I need to block him. Hakimi is tired. Hakimi is very tired. Very tired right now. Morocco. Okay, Morocco with an attack. I think now when they were at the dressing rooms, Brazil made sure that they beef up their defense. Nobody's getting through. Nobody's getting through the Brazil's defense at this point. That's why we don't have even a lot of attempts from Morocco. Nobody's getting through Brazil here. I think they were relaxed in the first half. Right now, they made sure nobody is getting through. They're gonna have to be very creative to get through. Very creative. They need to be very creative to get through. I don't see them getting through. Okay, there's a chance. Morocco. Ooh, they tried. Right now they are trying. Honestly, they've tried their best, but it's like I don't know what formation this is, but the defense right now. This defense. Okay, Morocco with a last minute change, taking out Saibari for Rahimi. Only 2 minutes left of normal time right now. Only 2 minutes left of normal time. Now it's only 1 minute remaining of normal time. Rafa is not too happy with Vinicius Jr. Morocco with a free kick. No matter how hard we'll try here, I don't think Morocco will put in any goal. Brazil with a counter attack. Cut short. Cut short. I don't believe that I don't believe that Morocco will score. I don't believe it. That would be a miracle. That would be a miracle if Morocco scores. 10 minutes of added time. 10 minutes. I think it is mainly because of the injuries that we saw happening. It's most likely through those injuries. That's most likely the reason. 69% of the votes are with Brazil, 31% are with Morocco. Now there is 10 minutes of added time. Brazil inside the penalty area. Woo, cut short. Right now I just feel like everyone is tired, but Brazil is not letting go. Brazil is not letting go. I can tell they are tired, but they are not letting go. They're not gonna give it away that easily. And the team that will most likely score next is Brazil. I don't wanna lie. Brazil solidified their defense, solidified their attack. They solidified their defense, solidified their attack. And Morocco, I don't know what they did. I don't know what they did. I don't know what Morocco did. But they were on top of the game in the first half. I don't know what happened. I am trying to understand myself. Brazil with a free kick. They should focus on Rafinha and Vinicius, especially Rafinha. They should focus on him. Vinicius is short. It's very short, so it's not much of a threat here when it's a corner. Another corner for Brazil. Ooh. Ooh. Brazil again. Straight in the hands of the keeper. Brazil. Brazil is on fire with. No, like Brazil at this point. This is their game. That's their game. The problem is that they cannot find each other when they're inside of the box. But it's a good thing. It shows that these guys are defending. Morocco is defending. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Morocco with a counter attack. Morocco needs to be very creative to separate these guys. If they need to score, they need to separate. They need to break this defense. That's the only way. They need to break this defense, because getting through, I don't think won't work. It will work. Going straight in won't work. They need to scatter them. They need to scatter this defense. If they can scatter the defense, they are in. Right now it's intact. It's solid. No getting through. Does not matter if you can run or not. You are not getting through this Brazilian defense at this point. Morocco with a through ball, and it seems like it's gonna be a corner kick, but there was a bit of foul play. That was a bit of foul play. Oh, it was not. He fell down. I thought it was foul play. And it's gonna be a corner kick for Morocco. Very close here. Very close to the end of the game. And 94 minutes in. We are now going through the added time. Corners also, they're not. Morocco is they're not doing well with corners. Five minutes gone, 5 minutes left. This boy is a problem. Vinicius Jr. on this game is a problem. It's a problem. Vinicius Jr. is gonna be a problem. He is already a problem. He's one of the most impressive players to watch throughout this whole game. He has been one of the most impressive players. Vinicius Jr. and Rafinha have been proper. Have been entertaining to watch. 4 minutes left. And it's a foul against Morocco. Four minutes left. So as it's looking, it does not look like anything else will happen here. I don't see anything else happening. I doubt something will happen here. I don't think anything else will happen. Maybe Brazil, yes. For Brazil, yeah. As of Morocco, no. Morocco has no chance to do anything. Morocco has no chance. Now they don't have any chance to do anything. They won't be doing anything at this point. Until the end of the game, they won't be doing anything. Morocco won't be doing anything. 3 minutes left. Right now, they should just focus on the defense. They should just make sure that they defend, because if they can intensify that, then they can stop Brazil at least. They should not let their guard down. That's what I'm saying. Because if they can let their guard down, Brazil will score. Because I don't see them getting through the defense. That one, I don't see them doing it. They've been struggling for the whole 45 minutes to get through the Brazilian defense ever since the beginning of the first half. The second half, they've been struggling. So right now, they are even more tired. There's no way that they'll be able to get through this defense. No ways. And the referee does not call a foul. I expected him to call a foul. 2 minutes left. Morocco trying late attempts again to try and get through, but then again they are forced to play the ball back. Hakimi is just fast. Speed is not working for him. Ooh. Morocco. As I was just saying that there was no way to get through. Hakimi with the speed, and it got saved by the keeper. Got saved by the keeper twice. Double saves from the keeper. Morocco with a late attempt at goal, but it's gonna be a corner kick for Morocco. Only 1 minute left. I'm not impressed with the corner kicks from Morocco. I don't know where they are taking these corners. I'm not impressed at all. I'm not impressed with the corners. I'm not impressed with the corners. The corner kicks, I am not. I am not impressed with the corner kicks. I feel like they could do much better with the corner kicks. They could do much better with the corners. I don't know. I'm just not impressed with it. So that is gonna be the end of this match. It ends as a draw. 1 Morocco, 1 Brazil. Morocco had a early lead into the game. They came in very aggressively. When I saw them getting that aggressively, I personally believed that they could have scored more. I believed that they were gonna score more chances, but unfortunately they ended up not scoring any more goals. They had more than 5 attempts to score, but they wasted that. They just relaxed because they had 1 goal. Hakimi also, on the other hand, as much as he created a lot of opportunities, and he was also, one of the very creative players into this game, especially because of the speed, that he, the way that he runs and all of that, he has created a couple of vital opportunities for the team. But I feel like there were points whereby he tried to score unnecessarily. So he could have passed the ball. I think there was 2 to 3 times whereby he could have passed the ball, and maybe that could have made things differently. I feel like he came into this game with the mentality of I am the most impressive player in the team, I am the fan favorite. So having that mentality kind of made him a bit arrogant, so that he wanted to score a lot. He wanted to score a lot, and I feel like he could have created opportunities for other players who were ready, who could kick. And I'm saying this because when we saw Vinicius Jr. kicking, that's where I started saying that this is a kick. This is a kick. So he could have passed balls to players who can kick that way maybe, but he kept trying to score kept trying to score a couple of times. So I feel like that cost Morocco, very vital opportunities. But at the end of the day, they end up with a draw. They were very dominant, very aggressive in the first half. They got through easily through the Brazilian defense. But when it started being, I think at around 25 minutes, they just kind of lost it. At 25 minutes they just kind of lost it, and then they just kind of became a very different team. They started failing to get through. They started giving away vital balls to Brazil. They started giving away opportunities, and after halftime it became a lot more worse, because that's where we saw them passing the ball to Brazilian players, losing the ball at very critical positions, you understand. So I feel like they had the game. Morocco had the game without a doubt, but I don't know if I say they were a bit relaxed, and then they ended up with a draw. I feel like they could have won this, especially earlier on in the game. They had all the opportunities. But when the second half came, it kind of started feeling like it's a completely different game. It kind of like felt like we are watching Brazil playing with another team. It wasn't the same Morocco that we got the first 25 minutes of the game. The Morocco that we got after halftime, that was not the Morocco that we ordered. But nonetheless, a draw is not a loss, but it's also very detrimental, and it can ruin chances of commencing and proceeding. But nonetheless, we wait for the next coming games to see what they will do. For me, I feel like this could be a team. Morocco has the capabilities to lift Africa, right? I feel like they have the capabilities to be that team that took Africa to greater heights. This is one of the best teams right now in the World Cup, but it's not a bad performance considering the fact that they were playing against Brazil. It's not a bad performance. They were playing against Brazil. They had a draw. It's not a bad performance. They could have scored more. Yes, it's not a bad performance. Vinicius Jr. was a very key player here. Vinicius Jr. and Rafinha, very dangerous, two of those two. So yeah, that is it from me, guys. If you started watching, my name is Onalena Imarumura, the Eastern, for everything exciting, and you're watching Rev Network TV. If you haven't followed, if you haven't subscribed, this is an opportunity for you to do so. Please follow us. We are trying to reach the goal of 60,000 subscribers on YouTube, and also trying to reach 10,000 on Facebook. So if you haven't followed and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. For now, I think I will either be back for the upcoming game. I'm not sure. But if you see me live, please do join in and be part of the conversation. I'm just not that sure that I will be live again, because there's an upcoming game, but I'm not quite too sure that I will be able to stream that one. But if you see me being live, be part of that conversation, join in. And yeah,